Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are building this agency homepage using HTML and Tailwind CSS. In the previous video, we completed designing the desktop version, and the mobile version is also almost complete. The only thing we need to do is add the mobile navigation menu. So here on the right side, we need to have the menu icon, and when we click on that, we need to display the mobile navigation menu over here. So let's get started. Alright, so here I'm in my source code, and the first thing we will do is we will add the mobile nav menu. So let's go to the nav, and in the nav we have this get started button. So below the button, let's create one more button over here, and in this button let's add the menu. So let's create a span for the menu. Let's tap menu for the icon, and we need to add a class called material symbols outlined. Let's also set the text to 3XL, and for the button let's type ID and let's set it equal to mobile menu button so that we can access that in the JavaScript, and we will hide it on medium or larger screen. So let's tap MD hidden over here. So now we can see we have this menu icon displayed right here, and if you go to larger screens, the menu icon is not being displayed. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is we need to create the mobile nav. So let's go outside this div, and just before the nav ends, let's create a comment. I'll just tap mobile menu, and here let's create a div, and for the div let's add an ID. So let's set the ID to mobile menu, and let's also add some classes. So let's tap class hidden by default, and let's set it to fixed, inset 0 to set the top, right and bottom and left positions to 0. Let's tap background of black. Let's set the text color to white and z index of 50 so that it's above all the other elements. Now for medium or larger screens, let's hide it always, and on mobile version we'll just display it when we click on this menu icon. Now in this div, let's create another div, and let's set the display to flex. Let's tap flex call, and let's set the height to full. Now in this, the first thing we need to do is we need to display these two elements. We need to have this icon and this agency name, and on the right side we need to have this close icon. So for that, let's create another div over here, and in this div we'll create a div for the icon and the agency name, and then we'll create a button for the close button. So in this button let's add a span, and let's add the icon called close. So here let's type class material symbols outlined and text 4XL. Now for the button also let's add an ID, and let's set it to mobile menu close, and let's type class. Let's set it to text primary, and now let's go ahead and remove this hidden from here. So this is how it looks right now. Now on the left side we need to have the logo and the name of the agency. So here let's create a div, and let's add a span over here, and let's tap change history. This is the icon name, and let's add a class of material symbols outlined, and now we can see we have the icon displayed over here. Now let's go outside this div, and let's create a span, and let's tap agency X over here. Let's add some classes. So let's tap class text of 3XL, font black, tracking tighter, and brand font. Now the logo and the name should be side by side. So here let's go to the container div, which is this one right here. Let's tap class, and let's tap display of flex, item center, and a gap of 2. Now for this logo let's add some classes. So let's tap class size of 10, border and border white. Let's tap background of white, and text color to black, display of flex, items center, and justify center. Right now we need to display this logo and this close button side by side. So let's go to the container, so this div right here, and let's tap class. Let's set it to display of flex, items center, justify between, padding of 6, border bottom of 4, and border color to primary. And this is how it looks. Right now let's go outside this div, and here let's create another nav. Let's tap home over here. So here we can see we have the menu item displayed over here. Let's change this into an anchor tag, and I'll just type hash for the href, and let's add some classes. Let's tap text of 2XL, font black, uppercase, padding top and bottom of 4, border bottom of 2, border of gray 800. And when you hover over this, we need to change the border color to primary. And on hover, let's also change the text color to primary. And let's tap transition of all. And let's add home over here. So this is how it looks. Right, now let's go ahead and copy and paste this anchor tag. And we need to have 4 more of these. So let's paste it down 4 more times. And for the second one, let's change the text to services. And then we have work, pricing, and contact. Right, now let's go to the container, which is the nav, and let's add some classes over here. So let's tap class. Let's set it to display of flex, flex direction to column, gap of 2, padding of 6. Let's also type overflow y of auto, so that if the height is less, then we'll be able to scroll up and down. And below this nav, we need to have a button. So here, let's create a div. And let's create a button in here, and let's tap get started. And for the button, let's tap class, width of full, bg primary, text of black, font black for the font weight, and padding top and bottom of 4, uppercase, text of XL. And when you hover this, we need to change the background color to white and transition colors. So this is how it looks. And we want this button to be at the bottom. So for that, let's go to the nav, and here let's go ahead and type flex grow. So it will take up the remaining space, and now we can see that the button is at the bottom. So now if we add more of these menu items, then we'll be able to scroll up and down. So here we can see this is how it looks. All right, let's undo that. All right, now the next thing we need to do is we need to display these menu items when we click on the menu icon. So let's go back to the container div, and here let's tap hidden. And now let's go to the JavaScript file, and let's add the functionality. So first of all, let's reference some of these elements. So here, let's scroll up, and let's go ahead and tap const mobile menu button equals document dot get element by ID. Let's type mobile menu button. So this is the ID that we had given for the button. And then we need to also reference the mobile menu, which is this one right here. So let's type const mobile menu equals document dot get element by ID. Let's tap mobile menu over here. And then we need to reference the close button. So it is inside here. So we have this close button with a class of mobile menu close. So let's tap const mobile menu close equals document dot get element by ID. And let's tap mobile menu close. And then we also need to reference each of these links that we have over here, so that when we click on any of these, the menu should close. So for that, we need to add a class to each of these anchor tags. So let's add a class called mobile menu link. Let's add this to all our anchor tags. So I just added the class to all our anchor tags. Now let's go back, and here let's type const mobile menu links equals document dot query selector all, because we have multiple elements. And here let's tap dot mobile menu link. Right, now let's add the functionality. So let's go ahead and type if we have the mobile menu button, then we'll just type mobile menu button dot add event listener, and let's listen for the click event. And when we click on this, we need to go ahead and run this function. So here let's go ahead and type mobile menu dot class list, and let's remove the hidden class from here. So when we remove the hidden class, it will show our mobile navigation menu. And let's also stop the scrolling throughout our website. So let's type document dot body dot style dot overflow equals hidden. So now if you go ahead and click on this menu icon, we can see that our mobile menu items are displayed over here. All right, now let's go ahead and add the functionality of the close button. So let's tap if mobile menu close, then let's tap mobile menu close dot add event listener. Let's listen for the click event, and here we need to go ahead and add the class called hidden to the mobile menu. So let's tap mobile menu dot class list dot add hidden, and let's tap document dot body dot style dot overflow, and let's set it to empty string. So now if you go back and click on this menu icon, we have the mobile menu items displayed over here. And if I click on the close button, we can see that it disappears. So it is working all right. Now when we click on any of these links, we need to close the mobile nav menu. So for that, let's type mobile menu links dot for each, and let's call each of them link. And here let's type link dot add event listener. Click. So we will add event listeners to each of the links inside mobile menu links. And here let's go ahead and create an arrow function, and here let's type mobile menu dot class list dot add hidden, and let's type document dot body dot style dot overflow equals blank. So now if we click on any of these menu items, we can see that the menu closes. So with that, we have completed designing the mobile nav menu for our website. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.